In a forgotten village surrounded by golden grassland stood an ancient baobab tree. The elders believed it had been alive for over 1,000 years. They said the tree could whisper secrets, but only to those with honest hearts. Most people laughed at the story. Until one day, the whispers suddenly stopped. The people of Nkota depended on the great baobab tree. Travelers rested beneath its shade, children played around its roots, and elders held meetings under its wide branches. But the greatest mystery was this: whenever the village faced danger, the tree would whisper warnings to the oldest elder. Because of those warnings, the village had escaped droughts, floods, and attacks for many years. Then, one morning, the tree became silent. Not a single whisper. Soon strange things began to happen. The river started drying up. Animals disappeared into the forest. The farms produced little food. Fear spread across the village. There was a chief called Chief Jabori. He believed the tree had lost its magic. "We have no need for this old tree anymore," he declared. "Cut it down and sell the wood." The villagers were afraid to disagree. Only one young orphan named Tondi stepped forward. "Chief," he said, "please don't destroy the tree. Maybe it has only fallen silent because something is wrong." The chief laughed. "You are only a poor boy. What do you know?" That night, Tondi visited an old storyteller who lived alone near the forest. The old man smiled sadly. "The tree has not lost its voice," he whispered. "It has stopped speaking because the village has stopped listening." He handed Tondi a small wooden flute. "When the moon is highest, go to the baobab tree. Play this flute 3 times. At midnight, Tondi played the flute. The ground trembled. A hidden doorway slowly opened beneath the giant roots. Inside was a glowing underground cave filled with ancient carvings. In the center stood the spirit of the baobab. "I have been waiting for someone whose heart is free from greed," the spirit said. The whisper stopped because selfishness has filled this village. The spirit gave Tondi 3 challenges. First, he had to share his last piece of food with a hungry stranger. Second, he had to forgive a boy who had bullied him for years. Third, he had to return a patch of gold he found on the forest path instead of keeping it. Tondi passed every test without expecting a reward. The spirit smiled. "You have reminded the village what kindness truly means." The cave filled with golden light. The roots of the baobab glowed brightly. For the first time in many months, the ancient tree whispered again. Rain clouds gathered above the village. The river flowed once more. Green crops covered the farms. Birds returned to the trees. The villagers celebrated with songs and dancing.